Welcome to Time Between Times Storytelling. My name is Owen Staton, and welcome once again to this place where tales are traditionally told. Tonight, for it is tonight, it is so dark I can hardly see my hand in front of my face. The frost is falling like a blanket, but we are warm, we are together. We are here at the time between times, the time when it is neither night nor day, but the sun has gone and the sky is grey, the time when the veil between our world and the fairy world grows wafer thin, so thin that for just a few moments we can reach into their realm, and for a few moments they can reach into ours. So forget your cares and your worries. Forget your problems and your strife. Sit at the time between times, at the old fire pit in the heart of the forest, and listen to this tale traditionally told. For today we go to a place far away and long ago. We go to Asgard, the home of the Norse gods. And there in that great kingdom amongst the stars slept soundly the god Thor. He was a big, muscular man, the god of thunder, the god of storms. All the enemies of Asgard feared him, for wherever he went he brought with him the storm, and he brought with him his hammer, Mjolnir. Forged by the dwarves, this was the bane of all his foes. He could hold it in his hand and swing it like nobody else. He could throw it and it would come back to him. Thor was feared all the way through the realms for his weapon and the way he wielded it. But this night of all nights, as he slept soundly in his chambers, the thief snuck into the room and took Mjolnir from next to Thor's bed. When the god awoke in the morning, the first thing he did was reach for his hammer, and he found that it was not there. "Where is my hammer?" he called. "Where is Mjolnir?" He searched high and low but could not find it, and then began to fear, for if the enemies of Asgard were to attack, he had nothing to defend against them. So he summoned his brother, Loki, the trickster god, the god of mischief. If anyone knew where this hammer had gone, Loki would find it. "My brother, I don't know where my hammer has gone. Will you find it for me?" "Yes, of course, Thor, I will look for it," said Loki, and in a flash of light he changed to a great eagle and soared among the stars. Over the lands he flew, round the mountains and over seas, until something caught his eye down below. There was the great ogre king, Thor. Thor was standing looking up, aiming a spear at the eagle as it swept. But Loki landed in front of him and changed back to his old form. "My lord, king of the ogres, I am searching for my brother's hammer, which has been lost, and I have just a thought in my mind that you may know something about it." "I know where the hammer is. Yes, I do," said Thor the ogre, none too bright but very dangerous a foe. "I know what it is. Well, I will give it back to you if you give me the hand of Freya, the goddess Freya, in marriage, for she is as lovely as the stars, as bright as the sun, and as deep as the ocean, and she could be my wife." "Of course, I will arrange that immediately, my lord. I will return with your wife, and we shall make an exchange following the wedding, if that is to your satisfaction." Loki turned back to the eagle soared over the land, returning to Asgard, and immediately went to see the goddess Freya, the fairest of all the gods. Her hair was long and blonde. Her eyes was blue as the sea. Her voice was like the finest song sung in the clouds. I will not marry an ogre. I don't care what's at stake. But my great goddess Freya, said Loki, if we do not get the hammer back, the giants, the trolls, the enemies of Asgard could assault us and destroy us all. I don't care. I will not marry Frey, the Ogre King. Not if he was the last person in Asgard. Well, that leaves us with a problem. I shall speak to my brother and see what we can do. Loki went to return to Thor, but changed his mind. Waited until Freya had taken herself out of her chambers and snuck inside, disguised as a shadow. In he went and stole 2 of her dresses. He took them back to Thor. My brother, we have a problem. The Ogre King has your hammer, and he will not give it back unless we arrange his marriage to Freya, the goddess. But she says no. Well, she must return. She must do as we said. If we do not get the hammer back, then Asgard is very vulnerable. I know, my brother. So why don't we do this instead? He dressed Thor in Freya's finest dress, hid his beard as best he could. The dress was tight. Thor looked excellent. And so Loki took Thor to the Ogre King's stronghold, where they arranged for the wedding feast. I don't remember her looking quite like this, said Freya. She isn't quite as pretty as I remember. My lord, said Loki, this is the goddess Freya, and the agreement is that you will marry her, and that she will be your wife, and you will return the hammer. Yes, but oh, very well. Come on into my castle, and we will have a wedding feast. The ogres brought forth kegs of mead. They brought forth meat uncounted, and fruits and sweetbreads. And Thor, dressed as Freya, ate course after course after course, and swallowed barrel after barrel after barrel of mead. She really does eat a lot and drink a lot, does she not? Well, when you want to marry a goddess, these are the prices you have to pay, said Loki. Very well. I will bring out the hammer and exchange it for the wedding of beautiful Freya over there in a blue dress. Very well, my lord. The ogres brought forth Mjolnir, carried on a great wooden slab, placed it on the table in front of what they thought was Freya. Immediately, Thor ripped off the dress, revealing his armour and his girded iron muscles. He picked up the hammer and smote the ogres 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, until all of them fell to the ground and would not rise. You will not steal from me again, said Thor. Wheeling the hammer around his head, he flew into the sky. I'm sorry things haven't turned out quite as you wanted, but there we are. I am the trickster god, after all, said Loki, turning back to an eagle and returning to Asgard. And that, my friends, is the tale about how Thor got his hammer back, or Freya's special wedding. Something a little different for you tonight, something from Norse mythology, from a land across the sea, but still a great story to listen to here at the time between times. Please, if this is the first time you've listened, press like or subscribe. Our numbers grow every week. If you wish to join me on Ko-fi, I am releasing a new Ko-fi exclusive video tonight. So now is a good time to doing so. Please follow me. Enjoy. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you soon once again at the time between times. The time when it is neither night nor day, but the sun is gone and the sky is grey. No star, my friends. Take care.